guys, so just hopped out of the pool, start in the dark, finish in the dark. At least it's not raining at the moment. We got a lot of snow overnight. Hopefully, yesterday we got a lot of snow, got some powder turns. But Ironman West Australia was on the weekend. Awesome effort. What an amazing race by our buddy Luke McKenzie, 7:55, fastest boy on Aussie soil. And bike split 4:08, cracking. But what I want to talk about, because I've just got out of the water here, is swimming. Because so many people, actually I think it might have been 70, I have to check that, but didn't finish the swim or were pulled out, or you know, because of the swim, and the conditions were meant to be challenging. But there's a problem, and I want to talk about that. But first I need to get home and get Mac ready for his first day in ski school. Should be fun. Time to go get them up, because he's got about an hour before we have to leave. Mummy in there, Mac in there, fast asleep. Time to wake him up. Are you awake yet?
I am.
Okay.
I did 10.
10 thumbs up, but you only have 2. Alright, let's do it, hey? Canmore, Canada. Post-swim breakfast. Gotta love leftovers. Pulled pork. That's it, make them nice and fast. Who's the lucky kid?
Me.
I want to live that life. Bike camp in summer, ski school in winter. Knuckles? Max dropped off at ski school. Time to make another coffee, athlete core, a little bit of work, and then I'm going to talk to you about swimming. As I mentioned, I wanted to talk about swimming, because 70 people did not finish the swim at Ironman Western Australia on the weekend, and there's a big problem with that. And the problem is, now I don't know everyone's circumstances around that, but I can guarantee a lot of people's days were ruined because of the swim. Whether they made it through the swim and awesomely got to the finish, so many people are underestimating the cost of the swim, right? It's huge. The cost of the swim in Ironman is huge, right? Just because it's the smallest portion of the day doesn't mean you can neglect the work that needs to go in to swimming to allow you to ride at the best of your capabilities and then to run at the best of your capabilities, right? If you don't do the work in the swim, you can forget about the other two. You cannot get away. You can't hide from the fact that you haven't done the work. Now, these 70 people, why? Maybe they got anxious, anxiety. Everyone keeps saying that it was a hard day. There was chop and everything like that. Look, Ironman's not meant to be easy. Yeah, some days are going to be easier condition-wise than others, but it comes down to preparation and having a good strategy, right? Having done, right, using the power of negative preparation. And what I mean by that is understanding what obstacles can come up and having overcome that in your preparation, in your training. Now, if you underdo the swim training, I'm not saying you have to go out there and do a ton of volume. You need a certain amount of volume. This is Ironman after all. There's smarter ways to train, right? But you need to show up consistently in the swim and do the work. What I see and what really annoys me is all this wasted time up and down the pool slowly doing useless drills. Yep. I might take some flack for this because people are like, you've got to do all these technical drills. Sorry, I call bullshit. What you need to do is get fit and strong in the pool. if you're dragging anchor, i.e. you're swimming like this, right? I don't care what drills you're doing, they're not going to help you. And if you're only spending 40 to 60 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week in the pool, and you're spending 50, 60, 70% of that time doing drills, it's an absolute useless waste of time. What you need is to develop strength and fitness. And you can do that by using some smart tools accordingly, all right? If you're a neophyte swimmer, what I mean is you're a weak swimmer, and I can guarantee the majority of those 70 people that didn't finish the swim would be falling into that bucket of being a weak swimmer. Maybe you don't have a swim background, right? We all get scared of, not all, I won't say that all, there's some cracking swimmers that don't even think about swimming, there's just get in and do it. But I can tell you, being on some start lines, I've felt the fear before, I've felt anxiety and all that stuff. But the preparation allowed me to get through it, and it's not going to last for that long, getting swum over and punched and kicked and everything else, and even challenging conditions. If you've done the work in training, you can get through that and complete in a way where you're not absolutely whacked from the effort, right? But use tools accordingly, right? So if you are a weaker swimmer, use a big pool buoy or get some of those Blue 70 core shorts, or there's other brands that do them as well. That gets your ass up and gets you in a better body position so you don't have to fight that, and you can focus on a better arm technique. What you want to train is a reactive stroke, because you're never going to be in this perfectly calm environment, as many of you found out at Ironman Western Australia. So this perfectly placed hand, this long gliding stroke does shit for you when the conditions are like that, or if you're not a front of pack swimmer, right? So you need a reactive stroke. And what I mean by reactive stroke is you need to be able to change tempos, change the side that you breathe on, right? Maybe you can glide out on one stroke and then you have to double up tempo to get over chop and waves and whatever. So you need this strong, powerful, lunging type of stroke, and you can develop that in a pool. Use the right tools, get your body position right. Right? You may have a non-wetsuit swim, and then you're going, well, if I use a pool buoy, that's cheating, and then I'm like, look, use a pool buoy, get fit and strong first, and then you can work out the other stuff, right? But if you put your body in a good position right away, inherently you're going to have better technique right from the get-go. Most people are making the same mistakes, right? Crappy body position, also dropping elbow, right? You can use tools. Use a Finnis forearm fulcrum, which will stop you from dropping that elbow. Use the Finnis agility paddles, which will put your hand in a better catch and a better vertical forearm position. And if you don't get it, the things slip off. So, use those tools. Drip, 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 trip, chip, chip, chip. Wax on, wax off. Just keep doing it and develop a better motor skill. But get in and swim. And if you're a weaker swimmer, swim less volume per rep. And what I mean in that is, like, if you're going to do hundreds or 200s or 400s or even longer, some people just jump in and swim, and that's the worst thing you can do, right? The best thing you can do is break it down, right? So if you're a really weak swimmer, do lots of repeats of 25s, or 50s at 100 max, because your stroke's falling to shit when you go further than that. But if you do repeated shorter efforts, you are going to do it with better form, and you get the same aerobic outcomes, all right? So instead of swimming 40 100s, swim 80 50s, all right? Do it, or even double that and do the 25s if you game. It will work, but the key thing here is do not or stop underestimating the cost of the swim, and that goes to the higher performing athletes as well. Right? If you underestimate the cost of the swim and don't do the work in the swim training, it is going to impact the rest of your day. You won't bike as well as you can, and you definitely won't run as well as you can. And so swim training is run training. It annoys me that people want this sport to be easy. Sign up for this sport because it's challenging. You get to find out what you're made of, and if you don't like what you're made of, you get to ask questions and work out how you can get to being that stronger-willed person. Ironman does more than just a finish line and a medal for you. It changes things. It can make you a better individual, better person. It can go the other way too. If you go to, it defines the person of you as who you are, which it shouldn't. But it can do so much for you. But stop neglecting the swim. All right. it's insidious that the sport is going this way. It really annoys me where people are going, the swim is not important. It is bloody important. So just swim. And you know what? I've seen this feedback over and over again. And one of my athletes just put it in recently, and he said, look, the problem is that, you know, it seems a big task, but once you get through, let's say 12 weeks of focused swimming, you actually start to enjoy it more. Once you get fitter and stronger in the water, you don't dread turning up. It actually becomes enjoyable. There's a threshold that you push over that when you have that fitness, man, swim training becomes a lot of fun. I remember a number of years ago, I employed the awesome swim coach Jerry Rodriguez from LA. And just to help out with my swimming a little bit more, I wanted to, you know, freshen up my coaching and learn from someone that does an amazing job with swimmers and has done with open water swimmers and you know, swimmers of all different forms. But stop neglecting the swim. It's an important part of it. Get in it and embrace the discomfort of the water and make peace with it. Even if you're still uncomfortable in open water and stuff like that, just make peace with it. You know, if you want to do this sport and you want to get into Ironman or 70.3 or whatever it is, you gotta live with the fact that the swims are open water, right? But it annoys me immensely that we see bad things happen due to not being prepared in the swim, no swim warm-ups, which kill me as well, and people not finishing the swim purely because they just haven't prepared. Right, I see the swimmers, no matter where I've swum in the world in different pools, where they're just wasting their time. Get strong, get fit, use tools to get yourself in a better body position. You'll thank me for it later.